Kia ora koutou. How are we doing today? Hopefully you can all hear me. Everything is clear. You can see this in your stream today, and you're able to answer in the chat. Looks like it's all working, which is good. This will be being recorded, so if you're watching this in the future, hello. Lovely to see you here as well. Our goal for today is to go through a little bit of a quiz and to have a bit more of a prepared mindset for our upcoming MW test, our Material World test, which will be this Friday. So hopefully you're all feeling ready for that. If not, hopefully today will be somewhat helpful for preparing you. All that I can ask is that you do this to the best of your ability. Yeah, that's all we can really ask for. Take a little moment now, try and answer that question that is in the mahia today. I believe it's over there. Hopefully I'm pointing in the right direction. In a moment, I'm going to answer that. If you want some more time, you can pause the stream or the video and try and answer it, and then I'll reveal the answer. So here we go. For symbol number one. Symbol number one is representing corrosiveness. Often it's on the bottles of acids that we might see at school, and that's things that can break down substances that aren't inert or that won't react. They break down substances that will react to that compound. A good example of this would be a very strong acid. It's also not something you want on your skin, so that's why they're representing that with a little hand being dissolved there. Not great. Hazard symbol number two. That is an explosion or explosive. So if you have some sort of container that contains things that might explode, you tend to give it that label. So those questions hopefully have put you in a little bit of a mindset ready to do a bit of a quiz. Lovely to see all of you who are here right now. This is good. We will be doing most of the lesson today just on a bit of a quiz. Hopefully that will get your minds ready for our next steps. Just before we do that though, I got a little bit of stuff around what our week's plan is. So on Wednesday, right now, that's where we are, we stream. In the meantime, and prior to this, hopefully, you've already started to work through the content Ms. Staples has set you, and you have some more time in the days to come to work on that. On Thursday at 2:10 p.m., that's within our normal class slot, we're going to have a Google Meet office hours. That's for 10 bar 5. So if you want to ask questions or to have a bit of a korero, I'll be available for about the first 30 minutes of that. Happy to chat with you guys about anything that's going on and to answer any of your Material World questions. If there's enough of you, maybe we'll do a bit of a quiz. On Friday, you'll be sitting your Material World test, and Ms. Staples will post more details to Google Classroom. This test will be on Education Perfect, so you'll have to make sure that you're ready to go. Other things I can tell you is that the test will be multi-choice. You don't have to stress too hard. And if you are a student with an SLD or a significant learning disorder, the school will contact you about arrangements. One of the good things with Education Perfect is that if you need a reader to help you to read those questions, Education Perfect can do that automatically for you, which makes things actually a little bit easier for some of you guys, which is nice. So hopefully that's all clear. If there's any questions, you can post them in the chat as we go through. Equally, you can post comments on our class question and answer sheet, and I'll come and look at those. Equally, you could post them in the comments. I'll probably have a look at those too. I tend to get notifications for that as well. All good. Radio. What are we doing today? Well, if you're watching live, you might need a piece of paper with you. Equally, you can have a little note doc open, whatever it is that you need. If you're watching this as a replay, you can stop the video at any time and try and spend a little bit more time solving these problems. Hopefully they shouldn't take you too long. I've tried to make them reasonably easy, but we'll see. We'll see how you find them. as long as you've got some way of noting down the questions, you should be all good. So, what exactly, in terms of a game, are we playing? We're playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So, hopefully by the end of this, you'll all be rich, which would be fantastic. If not, that's okay. We've got time. So, without further ado, we should probably just get into playing the game. Why not? Okay, let's play. Hopefully everything is coming through all clearly. The music is all ready, and we're good to go. On to question number 1 for $1,000. What color does an alkaline or basic solution turn red litmus paper? A, it stays red. B, green. C, blue. Or D, white. I'll give you a couple of moments to figure that out. If you're watching this as a video, you're welcome to pause this. Even those of you in the live stream can pause as we're going through and try and answer this. Spend a bit more time if you need to. Try and do this with just the information that you've got. I will tend to give the answer reasonably quickly for most of these questions. Okay, have you locked in your final answer? And the correct answer was it turns blue. You're absolutely right. Red litmus paper turns blue in the presence of an alkaline or basic solution, just as blue litmus paper turns red in an acidic solution. All good. Sweet. If you're following along live, you're equally welcome to put your answers in the chat, work together as a team. I don't know if that's actually how Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is played. Haven't watched that show too many times, but hopefully, as long as you're able to play it in some way, you'll be able to have a bit of fun. Okay, question number 2. This is for $2,500. What color does an acidic solution turn universal indicator? Is it A, red? Is it B, green? Is it C, blue? Or is it D, white? Just try and answer these questions to the best of your ability. Okay, hopefully you've got yourself a final answer. Are you absolutely sure? Okay. The correct answer is red. Interesting. Acidic solutions turn universal indicator red. Remember, universal indicator is a collection of indicators. As a result of the color changes that they make, they form a scale from sort of a dark red through to orange, through to yellow. Green is what color it turns under neutral conditions, so a pH of 7. As our pH increases and we get into our sort of blues and purples, we're looking at our basic solutions. White is not a color that universal indicator tends to turn, as far as I'm aware. All right, hopefully some of you are still in the game. If you're not, that's okay. Maybe you walked away with not that much, but if you're still in the game, good. Let's keep playing. This question 3 for $5,000. Which of the following is not a property of metals? A, they are often shiny. B, they are poor conductors. C, they are malleable and ductile. And D, they have a high density. Okay. Have you got yourselves a final answer? This is for $5,000. And the correct answer is poor conductors. Metals are, or at least tend to be, really good conductors when it comes to electricity and to heat. They are often shiny, they are malleable and ductile, meaning that they can be stretched and bent without breaking and snapping easily. They're not brittle, and they tend to have a really high density. Awesome. Okay, hopefully you've got yourselves $5,000 and you're ready to go for the even $10,000. For question 4. Which atom is not present in NaOH? Is it A, sodium? Is it B, oxygen? Is it C, hydrogen? Or is it D, magnesium? Give you a moment to try and get your answers there. Okay. Is that your final answer? Okay. This is for a lot of money. The correct answer was magnesium. Hopefully most of you got that right. Magnesium's symbol is Mg. Sodium's is Na. Oxygen is just O. And hydrogen is H. Awesome work so far, team. Hopefully you've got yourselves $10,000 and you're ready to move on to the 5th question for $25,000. How many atoms are in one molecule of MgCl2? Is it A, 3? Is it B, 4? Is it C, 5? Or is it D, 6? Okay, hopefully you've got yourself our final answer. This is a big jump up. But the correct answer is how many atoms are in one molecule? It's A, 3 of MgCl2. Remember there are 2 chlorines here and 1 magnesium in just one molecule. That gives us 3. Now we're on to question 6 for $50,000. How many atoms are in 3 Na2CO3? Is it A, 6? Is it B, 18? Is it C, 21? Or is it D, 28? This is a tricky one, so I understand if you need some time. Okay. Have you got yourself a final answer? This is for $50,000. This is a lot of money. The correct answer is $18. That was B. If we look here, we have in each single molecule, we have 2 sodium, 1 carbon, that gives us 3, and 3 oxygens, that's 6. We have 3 molecules of this, so we need to times this number by 3. That gives us 6 times 3, which is 18. Very well done if you've earned yourself $50,000. But we're now on to question number 7, worth $100,000. Which of the following is an example of an acid plus metal reaction? HCl plus MgOH? Is it B, H2SO4 plus Na2CO3? Is it C, H2SO4 plus Mg? Or is it D, HNO3 plus NaHCO3? You're welcome to walk away. Well, you're not, because this is an example of a quiz where you need to be ready for the Material World exam. So I'd prefer it if you didn't. But hopefully you have a final answer. And this is for $100,000. And the correct answer is that's C, H2SO4 plus Mg. An acid is an example of a hydrogen donor. And we have a couple of examples of that we've learned in class. We've learned about HCl, hydrochloric acid. We learned about HNO3, which is nitric acid, and H2SO4, which is our sulfuric acid. And then if we add that to just Mg, Mg is a metal, magnesium. So if we add those two together, that is a perfect example of an acid and metal reaction. All right, our next question. You've earned yourselves $100,000. This is great, great stuff. But our next question is for $250,000. Which of the following is the molecular formula for potassium hydrogen carbonate? Is it answer A, PCO3? Is it answer B, KCO3? Is it answer C, PHCO3? Or is it answer D, KHCO3? This is a lot of money, so I understand if you need to take your time. Hopefully you're breaking this all down. What is the symbol for potassium? What is the symbol for hydrogen? What does carbonate mean? There is so much tension in the room, so much suspense. Is this your final answer for $250,000? Well, the correct answer is it was D, KHCO3. Remember, potassium symbol is K. If it's a hydrogen carbonate, that means there's a hydrogen in there, that's an H. And remember, carbonate, the carbonate ion is CO3. If we're including that in the whole thing, that makes it KHCO3. Fantastic work getting to $250,000. But right now, we're on to the second to last question for $500,000. What is the name of the ion SO3 minus? Is it A, nitrate? Is it B, nitrite? Is it C, nitron? Or is it D, nitrioxygen? I understand if you need some time to try and solve this. I'm also aware that because of the way that I'm presenting this, one of them has a "I've spelled this wrong" mark underneath it. That might give you a hint. Okay, hopefully you've got yourself a final answer for this question worth $500,000. And the correct answer is coming very shortly. This is worth a lot of money. So much suspense. Nitrate. Hopefully you remember this from your ion table. It is really important that you know the names of all of your polyatomic ions before we go into our test on Friday. So if that was a bit tricky for you, maybe we need to do some revision. But if you're here, it means you got to the $500,000 mark and you're ready to go to the big question. Alternatively, you could walk away, but nah. So let's go for the big one, the $1 million question. Here we go. What are the products of this reaction? The reaction is between lithium carbonate and nitric acid, Li2CO3 and 2HNO3. Your option is A, CO2 and LiNO3. Option B, CO2 plus H2O plus LiNO3. Option C, CO2, H2O and 2 LiNO3. Or D, CH2, LiNO5. If you need to phone a friend at this point, you might want to pause, maybe call a parent in, maybe send someone a message, a text. If you want a 50-50, you can have someone who's really smart come in and put their hands up over the screen. If you want to ask the audience, maybe look at the chat recording of this. It's pretty good that we can approximate all of these things. Remember, this question is worth $1 million, so I understand if you need to take your time. Oh, you've got a final answer? Okay. This is our last question, worth $1 million of obviously for real money that you will get if you get this right. If you get it wrong, you walk away with nothing. I think. I haven't actually seen the game very often. Let's look at the correct answer, which is answer C. If we look here at our reaction, we have 2 hydrogens, H2, 2 nitrogens, 2 N. We have how many oxygens? Oh, so many. But let's break down our lithiums. 2 lithiums. Okay, good. We have some carbon dioxide. We know that that's given off because this is an example of a carbonate reaction with an acid. We've got ourselves a metal carbonate and an acid. So they must give off carbon dioxide. So we know that that's going to be there. And then what do we have left over? Okay, we know this is going to be an NO3 because it comes off as 1. And then we have a look here. Everything balances out. And we need to put our little 2 in front of here to make sure everything works. If you got that, well done. Congratulations. You have managed to successfully play the game. Thank you very much for joining us for the quiz today. Congratulations to those of you who've walked away with the million. Hopefully we've got a very rich class. If you're tuning in late or you just skip forward to the end to see what all the fuss was about, you are welcome to go back to the start and test this quiz again. You might all need to do a bit of revision, but congratulations to all of you for playing. All right, so that's us for today. Our most important thing is to be prepared for sitting the test this Friday. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more prepared, or you're aware of at least some of the places where you need to do some more work. Look for the posts that Ms. Staples is going to make on Google Classroom. Study hard and good luck. You will all be fine. You will all be absolutely okay. Just do the test to the best of what you can currently manage. That's all we can ask of you. Remember, there is an optional Google Meet office hours this Thursday at 2:10 p.m. That's our regular class time. So if you want to come in, have a bit of a korero, let me know how things are going, ask any questions, maybe we'll do a bit of a quiz, please tune in. That's if you're in 10 bar 5. If you're in 10 bar 6, your details will be posted on your own Google Classroom, and I think I'll see you on Thursday morning. All right, keep looking after yourselves. Hopefully that was a little bit of fun. We are going to be doing the test on Education Perfect, and it'll actually be questions from Education Perfect. So if you've gone through the Education Perfect content and the stuff that's on Google Classroom, you should be absolutely fine. Don't stress too much. All right, if you have any further questions, I'll answer them in the chat or in the comments. Have a lovely rest of your day, team. Lovely streaming with you.